We just got the newest samples of the Fyro Citta Slings. I'm gonna run you through the changes we made, what we're still struggling with, and as always, if you want a deeper look at this process, be sure to sign up to the Fyro Insider Newsletter. First link in the description. We got a lot to talk about. So in the last YouTube update, we talked about this guy, which was our first sling mockup. Now remember, a mockup is different from a sample. A mockup is just the bare bones, making sure that we get the shape right, but really it's just more proof of concept. And then we take that mockup and make what we have today, which are the first samples. And I gotta say, they're looking absolutely freaking gorgeous. Let me run you through kind of what we're dealing with and the changes that we made from the mockup. As to where the mockup was around 2 liters, we now have 2 sizes, a 1 liter and a 2.5 liter. Should be noted, those sizes are not set in stone yet, but in essence, we wanted to get an idea of what a super small version of this sling would look like, and a bit larger of a version as well. I'm thinking we'll probably end up launching with like a 1 liter and a 3 liter. But if you have any recommendations or requests for the size of these slings, what you want them to end up being, please let me know in the comments below. The biggest difference that you'll notice too is the aesthetic change. As to where the first mockup had these horizontal seams, and the new version is seamless. Now the reason we're adding the seams is to have some consistency with the new Fyro design language, which as you can see right here on our Levo travel backpack, we added these vertical seams to give the bag a little bit more of a Fyro look, so it can match the aesthetic of the T22. And this is what's cool about like developing new products, is we have ideas of the design language, but we're also testing new things to see, you know, what works for this new brand that we're making. This clean look is killer, but on the next sample, we're definitely gonna test out some seams here to then mimic the vertical seams that we're implementing on the travel bag. And then we'll make a decision on what looks best. We'll need your guys' help with that as well. But aside from the lack of seams, the only difference is the top pocket is placed a little bit higher. The shape is slightly less rounded. Now let me walk you through the features and the questions we have for the next sample, which we're gonna be doing super fast. One thing to note is we ran out of the signature Fyro copper lining, so all the lining on both these slings and the travel bag sample is gray. I know that some of you guys out there might get excited about that. I understand, gray's classy, but we're sticking with the Fyro copper lining for all Fyro bags for the foreseeable future. And you can see on the 2.5 liter version, I'm gonna go ahead and unpack all my EDC stuff. We've got a tech sleeve, 2 power mesh pockets, a zippered pocket here, the quick access front pocket, and the hidden wallet back pocket right here. And that's on both slings. These guys are actually carbon copies of each other. It's the same concept. We got the front pocket, back pocket, and the same organization in the main compartment, but notice one key difference is the 1 liter sling has a gusset, keeping the main compartment from opening full clamshell style, versus the 3 liter, no gussets. Tab, which one do you think we're going with? Gussets or no gussets? Gussets. He's got insider information, okay? So we wanted to test out what these slings would be like with and without gussets, and we decided that gussets are, just like Tab said, 100% way to go. It's just better. Without the gussets, the sling runs the risk of being too clamshelly, kind of like opening like this, all your stuff, which can have some benefits, but overall, in my testing with both slings over the past week, gussets, 100% way to go. Let us know, do we make the right decision? There's something better about the full clamshell style opening? With all this stuff, guys, I wanna hear what you gotta say. I read every single comment. So let me know your thoughts below. Now here's the deal. I think that the slings are about 85% done, but I'm gonna run you through some of the changes that we're going to make, and let me know if you have any opposition to those changes in the comments. And we're gonna use the 2.5 liter for our example. I plan to add a cord pass-through right here in the front pocket so you can charge your phone while you're on the go. I'm also gonna challenge our development team to see if we can elevate the interior and the overall aesthetic of this main compartment. I think it looks gorgeous, especially this neoprene tech sleeve. Like, it just brought the sling to a different level, but I wanna just elevate it a little bit more. We have some ideas about that, but I don't wanna reveal them yet. Hopefully you'll see what those look like in the next sample. Right now, these 2 pockets in the main compartment are power mesh, which I'm usually a fan of. But on the travel bag, we found this new Aria spandex fabric, which is this guy right here, and it feels amazing. So we're gonna test that in the sling for these 2 pockets instead. The key leash situation also needs to be improved. This is not the Fyro way. The Fyro way is like on the T22, where we give you a key leash, but also multiple locations on the bag that you can attach the key leash to. There's like 5 spots on the T22. So we're gonna do the same thing with the Citta Sling. We're gonna give you a little loop-de-loop in the front, loop in the main compartment, and a loop on the back. Then you can clip your keys to wherever makes the most sense for you. Now, I'm gonna be giving all this feedback to our development team for the next sample, and I feel pretty confident about it, but I'm struggling with one part of the bag, which is gonna come down to the shoulder strap. Because in essence, we want the shoulder strap to accomplish a few things. One, we want the shoulder strap to make the sling as comfortable as possible while being worn in crossbody chest mode, right? But two, we want the shoulder strap to also be detachable, like this, so it can be utilized as a tech pouch. But we don't want that detachable shoulder strap to be too easy to undo, because if you can easily undo it, so can a thief, right? We're not trying to be paranoid over here at Fyro, but at the end of the day, like, this is the sling that you're gonna be taking to new countries, traveling to new areas, or even your own city. And just like, there's something about a little peace of mind knowing that your sling, with your phone, your wallet, your keys in it, is just not gonna get jacked. So to accomplish all three things, I want to avoid buckles like these. Get a shiesty fucking thief in your life. That's kind of easy to undo, right? And I also want to avoid magnets like this, because again, easy to undo. But instead of it being a closed piece of hardware, probably replace it with like a G-hook or a hook like this, which then is harder to undo, so it gives you a bit more security, but still you can unclip the strap, therefore allowing you to transform your sling into a tech pouch. And big props to the community, because I was not planning on making this tech into a convertible tech pouch as well with a removable strap, but the comments were so overwhelmingly in favor of doing so, I was like, we have to. You gotta give the people what they want. So thank you again for your support and guidance. We really listen to all of our community input, so let me know where you want this product to go next. And the goal is to have the last sample with the slings and the last sample with the travel bag and do a production run from them both simultaneously. And there's a reason that we're doing this. To be honest, the travel bag is kind of like ready to go right now, but we're gonna wait for the slings because of minimum order quantities. And what that means is, like, if you want to make a product, fabric suppliers or material suppliers have minimum orders that you have to put an order in for, right? They're not going to give you just 1 yard. And if you do, they're going to charge you a penalty for being underneath the minimum, because they got to be profitable as well. So if we just do a sling production run, there's not enough fabrics for all these slings for us to hit the MOQ. So that's why we're gonna be doing the sling production run with the travel backpack production run, so we can be a bit more efficient with our spending and hopefully not have any penalties for being under the minimum order quantity. The bag game's crazy. It's like really hard. So if you got any questions, let me know. We'll run another Q&A, and we'll have more Fyro sling and travel bag updates for you very soon. Thanks for watching. I'm Aaron, and we'll catch you next time.